Do you love me? Do you need me?
Hey guys, so welcome to today's part 2 of prom looks. I know a lot of you guys haven't done your prom yet and you guys are still like freaking out on what to do. So I decided to do a very fierce look. I know I'm very petite, so I don't look very fierce, but I tried with my makeup today. So if you guys want to learn how to do this, I will go over everything except the brows. The brows I have in a separate tutorial, but I will list it below in my description if you are interested in seeing how I got my brows. If you guys want to keep up with me on social media, I have everything listed in the description below. I do get a little bit lonely, so making new friends would be awesome. And if you guys are inspiring makeup artists and want to share your work with me, I would love to follow you guys on Instagram and keep up with you guys. Make sure you guys comment your usernames down below and I'll follow you guys, just so we could link up and become friends through the interwebs, because I need friends. Anyways, let's get started with this tutorial. I rambled on way too much, so let's go. So now we're ready to start. So I already did my brows, so if you guys want to know how I did my brows, I'm going to have the brow tutorial linked below. I haven't primed just yet. I do want to go with something a little more fierce, so I'm going to be putting first my regular primer, and I'm going to spread a liquid illuminator all throughout my face just to create that that glow. So now I'm looking like pretty much a ball of sunshine. So we're going to go over with some foundation now. I recently went out and purchased the Hourglass Foundation. I did a first impression / review, and I'll link that also at the bottom in my description. But yeah, I really like this foundation. So I'm just going to spread this all over my face and just get the coverage that we need. So since we are doing a very fierce look, I really want my highlight and contour to pop. So we're going to do cream highlighting and contouring, and then on top of that, powder highlighting and contouring. First, I'm going to be using my concealer from Maybelline. This is the Age Rewind Concealer. You want to place this under your eyes, on your forehead, on your chin, and on the bridge of your nose. Using the same sponge, you're just going to blend everything in place, and make sure when you're dabbing your sponge, you don't dab too hard so the concealer color could stay and it just creates a brightening effect. And to also prime your eyelids, you can take whatever excess of the concealer there is and bring it up to your eyes. So I'm going to be using my Profusion Concealer Palette, and I'm going to be going in with the darkest color there is. Then I'm going to be using a flat concealer brush. I'm just going to start placing that color on my cheekbone and really making the shape. After you've placed it, you want to start dragging it up more at the temples here. Just kind of create a blend there. And then you can move on with the sponge. Then taking that same color, we're going to put most of it here at our temples first. And then after you have it in your temples, whatever is left on your brush, you want to bring it forward at the top of your forehead, just lightly dragging it up so you don't really mess up the foundation that's under, and start blending it. You can go with your sponge and just blend it even more. So the contour shade is all set, so now we can move on to the powders. My favorite powder at the moment is the Airspun Translucent Powder. The shade that I like to use is Naturally Neutral. Using my sponge, I can just go in there and first of all go under here, because I really don't want my concealer to be cracking, so I like to go there first since it's time sensitive. This is also going to help brighten your eyes. And make sure you bring it to the sides of your nose as well, just to kind of slim out your nose. Make sure you get up here on the forehead just to brighten it. And if you're oily, it has both benefits. Translucent powder works a lot for setting and brightening, so I love it. While that bakes, I'm going to be moving on with a contour shade. This is the Mehron Contour and Highlight Palette. It works for all types of skin colors. I'm going in with this shade, and I'm going to start working it here at the edge first. Then we can move it up to the temples start dragging it down again. What are these hairs doing? Okay. Contouring your nose, you gotta go with a shade that's a little lighter. So I'm gonna be going in with this shade right here. My voice is cracking for some reason. I'm gonna start off with a contour shade that's lighter than the contour shade we used right here at our cheekbones. And I'm getting a smaller brush, and I'm just gonna be slimming out the nose area now. I'm gonna take a brush and I'm just gonna start dusting off any excess. So my eyelids got a little bit nasty, to say it in a brief description. So I'm gonna grab a tissue and I'm just gonna wipe off. Alright, so now we got all that ickiness out of the way. I'm gonna prime my eyelids, but I use concealer anyways. I'm gonna be using the NYX Cream Concealer. So the concealer acts as a great base for any of the eyeshadows that are gonna be going on top. So I really love using this. You don't have to go out and get a super expensive primer because concealer honestly will do the trick. The last thing you wanna do is just set all the concealer. And I'm gonna be setting the concealer with that powder. Let's go with something fierce. So let's start with this light red color in my NYX Brights Palette. What a surprise. I was playing around testing out if I could use paint brushes as makeup brushes. I was surprised, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna be using a paintbrush that I actually ended up liking. It's just like this, it's very buffy. I'm gonna be using that first pink color that I was telling you guys about. So I'm gonna be using that as a transition color, using the brush. And do you see how well it blends it out? Like, come on. Of course I'm gonna use it. For those of you who don't know, I used to paint a lot. So I have a lot of paint brushes that I have not even used yet, so I just use these. Now I finished that first transition color. It's like this light pink, kind of reddish kind of color. Don't know if you can see it. I'm going to be using that dark red color as my second transition color, and we're going to start it right here at the crease, test it out first. Now I'm going to be using the fluffy side of the Urban Decay brush, and I'm going to be going in with a dark brown color. I'm just going to be using the darkest color in the contour palette. It's this one right here. And I'm going to be focusing that on the crease area first. And I'm using it kind of like the slanted way, and then I'm going to twist it to buff it out and blend it. So now I'm going to be carving out the shape of my lid. This part is the hardest for me because I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have like a double crease. So I'm going to be going in with the highest part of the crease, right above here. And I'm just going to tilt my head back and start shaping it. And then whatever you shaped out, you just bring it back into the lid. So for the outer lid, I'm going to be using a pressed pigment. This is in the color Ruby. This is from Mehron Cosmetics. I got this at CC Salon. All the products that you see me using from Mehron, it is from CC Salon. It's in Sonoma, California. The products, mind-blowing. Especially the pigments. I don't know why I don't use them more often. Okay, so I'm going to start dusting that on the outer part of my eye. Kind of working that at the lid as well. And then right there, you want to kind of create a wing with it. And then for the rest of my eye, I'm going to be going in with the white pigment. The white pigment is in the shade Pearl. You want to use a more rounded brush and start lining the lid first over here. And from there, you just mix the two and create this nice gradients. It looks amazing. So I'm really in love with the eyeshadow so far. So now we're going to move on to some eyeliner. You already know, girl, I'm using the NYX Matte to Liquid Eyeliner because it's just amazing. So now I'm just going to start doing the wing, and I'm going to line it with that color that we were using to wing out. And a thick wing is kind of the look I want to go for. Looks very fierce. So what I like to use is the NYX mascara, and it's specifically for your brows, so I'm just going to use that to comb them out. So before I finish the lashes, I want to put some blush. So I'm going to be using this Tart Blush. It's in the shade Party, in the apples of my cheek. And you can't be fierce without any good highlighter. This is my Laura Geller highlighter in Gilded Honey. It's the best highlighter ever. So I'm going to start putting that in the inner corner of my eye, of my nose. And then I'm going to get my highlighter brush and I'm going to start swiping it here. I'm going to be using some fake lashes now. The ones that I'm going to be using are from Ardell. They are in the style, I want to say the Mega Volume ones. Yeah, these are the Mega Volume ones. I swear to God, when you put your lashes, it's like everything just ties in together. Look, this is like, whoa. I'm going to go in with a dark shade at the bottom here and just kind of create a gradient. I'm using the dark contour color I was using, and then from this palette I'm gonna grab the dark shade here just to kind of make my lashes look a little thicker at the bottom. So the last thing you want to do on your eyes is add mascara. I always add mascara after my lashes because I find that it blends your fake and real ones really well. Do this face. Don't know why, I just do that face. I really love this. Dark lip. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with a dark lip. You know what? I'm feeling fierce. We're going with a dark lip. This is in the shade Cherry Chocolate, and I'm just gonna be grabbing a lip brush. Oh my god. Adri. Is that you? Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. The lip just tied everything in together. I'm shocked. Okay, well, that concludes today's video. I hope you guys liked this makeup tutorial for prom. I know it's a really fierce, bold color, but I really do think all of you guys can pull this off. This can literally work for any skin color. So I really, really want to see you guys try this out for prom. So if you guys do, make sure you guys send me pictures because I would love to see you guys all dressed up trying out this makeup look. Make sure you guys give it a thumbs up so I can see if I'm doing okay, you know? I'm like, am I okay? I don't know where I am. But anyways, if you guys have any questions about the products that I was using throughout the tutorial, I have everything listed below in my description. But any further questions or any comments, I like to talk to people through the interwebs and make friends. So if you guys want to talk about any random things, you guys can talk to me in the comments. If you guys want to keep up with my videos, click that subscribe button. Do that now. I'll see you guys next time. And if you guys want to keep up with me in social media so we're not far away from each other all the time, then it's also listed in my description. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.